Fascinated by Tim's brain, which is probably why he would lose it. Fascinating to him. Yeah. So Lyle was like second youngest to me, second greenest, definitely green. He hadn't done, a whole lot. And he and his wife Sharon had just gotten married. One was more gorgeous than the next, but they were so sweet. And they were just out here from St. Louis. And they had a little apartment not too far from CBS. And I remember I would go home at lunch with Lyle. Sharon would cook us lunch. And we were very, very close, really good friends. And he was just very down to earth and sweet. When he did get popular, I do remember Lyle had a fan club. I was just hysterical. Did Lyle tell you about his fan club? It was $2 to join, and you got a picture of him, and you got a little button that said "Be Reliable." And yes, he was making a little side living there with his fan club. There's nothing that Bob could have done that would have ever shocked me, I just thought he was a genius. Oh my God, it's just like playing dress up. They were so beautifully made, and he was so meticulous about his costumes, and you didn't sit down in his costumes. Yeah, to this day, I don't sit down in wardrobe, and people all the time will go, "Well, just have a seat and relax. We're not shooting for another hour." And I'm like, I can't. I can't. I was not trained that way. It'll wrinkle. They don't care. Well, okay. Not the way I was raised. Yeah, and I remember I used to take the kids at Halloween to Bob Mackey's, where they store everything at Elizabeth Courtney Costumes, and borrow those beautiful. They were amazing. They were amazing. I just remember always feeling either very funny or very beautiful when he was finished. Even his ordinary outfits. You get out into the real world and you go, we'll all the time say in the airport, Bob Mackie could not do it better. He just had an eye for, he was just, still is, but he's wonderful. And a wonderful comedian, a wonderful comedic eye for all the details, every single detail. I remember thinking that Mrs. Tudball was a little bit over the top. Like, really, we've gone too far. I do remember thinking that. But other than that, no, all of his costumes were just great. They were amazing. And I know Carol has told you this, but there were many, many times that you just didn't know who you were until Bob dressed you. And I tell the story all the time about him, that he built Mama into a slip, so it's all padded, but you can just step into it and zip it on, and it's got the lace trim around the bottom, and it's that body, the butt and the boobs, and then the very simple little polyester frock, and the gray wig and the round glasses, and he's just meticulous about all of it. The Barbara Bush pearls. The only thing I did to contribute to the outfit at all was to mush the socks down, because that reminded me of my grandma, who used to wear those knee highs, but they were always wrinkled. And wonderfully comfortable shoes. He handed me a purse, and he threw a sweater over my shoulders. And when he stepped aside and I looked in the mirror, I said, "Good Lord, I'm dysfunctional." She was just, it was there. There she was, come to life. Like, you can envision it in your head, but boy, once he puts you in the whole garb, it's like, oh my God, there she is.